Right, I'm carrying on with the step boxes, storage boxes today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure that top one down because it's a bit thinner than, I think a bit thinner, might be symmetry, just so I've got a stable step rather than hinges on it. And because obviously this lifts up, and I'll make it so that the little mesh one also opens out as well. This one lifts up, and then this one I've just put on as well. They put a hinge on that and just made that a bit different. It's a messy hinge. I haven't got the right tools and screws and everything, but like I say, it's more to put it in place. I don't know if my cushion still sits on there or not. I don't know where the cushion is. I should have a cushion just sitting on that one for the cats, which goes into there. I mean, let me see if I can find it. It might be too big now. Let's see if it works. Not. There we go. It's a cushion for the cats to sit on there, and then this one here can have a pillow if need be. So there's a cushioned seats, and obviously that one probably will fit a pillow as well. A dirty pillow. Excuse the dirty pillow. So yeah, so you can have seating on it nicely. So there you go. All hidden. I haven't painted underneath this. I've just left that one plain at the moment. I don't need to worry about wasting paint on that at the moment. But there we go. That's really nice for the cats to lie. I usually have this wrapped over that, but I've got a bright orange one somewhere, so I could have a flash of orange sat there as well to tie it in everywhere else if need be. But yeah, I've just been outside cutting at the ply. And in between showers, I had a bit of a lazy morning. I was very tired and obviously not had much sleep after Connie. Little cows. That'd be good with the mesh on, won't it? So yeah, just trying to get myself together and allow myself the time that I need, but also make sure I push on with the work. Obviously these big building jobs, now they're sort of underway, that's going to help a lot of time in other bits, you know, just sort of odd days here and there. So it's not quite straight, that is it? But what the heck? Everything's all bent and wonky. Typical. And obviously I can put another bit of a cladding on top of that to match that, and put one there. They need halves. Need to slice them in half to do that, and again a slice in half to finish that one off as well. And again, they can obviously be painted later when I get round to it, but I can't do things like that until the cats are outside and, you know, they've got time to dry without them walking on it. So it's all just going to, as it is for the minute. But anyway, there's your 3 steps. Now I've got to use those 3 steps to get up and sort it up there. Oh, someone approves of the cat palace, aren't they, darling? Okay, man. And so it continues. I'm concerned about Caveman and his swollen tummy now, and his twitching and his stress and his depression and everything else. And I ran my emergency vets and spoke to them, and they said, oh, he's got to come in straight away, you know, it's an emergency, we don't, you know, you can't wait till tomorrow, and it's going to be emergency call out and £104 just to see him. I said, you're joking. I said, I can't afford a normal vet consultation. Anyway, so this time I said, he needs to come in tonight, you don't wait. And she goes, well, if you qualify for PDSA, then ring PDSA. So I thought, okay, I rang PDSA, spoke to the lady there, and they said, right, you need to go on the emergency. She goes, right, you're already registered from years ago with my dog, and what they do is they do a video chat to find out if it's urgent enough to go in tonight or wait. And I'm trying to get online onto their emergency video chat and everything else, and will it connect? Will it heck us like? So now I'm sitting here with it going round and round and round and round, trying to make it connect. Got Caveman West over here all miserable. Now I don't want to lose any more blinking cats, and obviously if he's got issues, then and obviously he's depressed, and if he's got blockages or bugs, then we want to trying to save him, don't we? Cause I'm going to have the same with issue at some point as well, I'm sure. Right, GP vet services, 20 years. It works. Bear with me, I'm just trying to log in. I can't figure out what the hell is going on. I'm supposed to be doing an instant GP consult. Log in with email, and of course every time I try to get to a different screen it's just dying on me. So anyway, devastating me, I'm already a mess and I haven't been on screen since Connie. I'm supposed to be having a shower today and I've got to dye my hair and everything. I'm trying to save my hair dye till I go down to it just won't fire and open the bean page. Server stop responding. Let's try something else. Let's try going with Chrome. I'm trying to use Safari. Let's download Chrome and go with that and see if that helps. Oh, mischievous. Okay, man, did you just use the litter tray? Did you do anything? Hang on a minute, let's just check this a minute. So I've just got off the video consultation and it's what I suspected, or it could go either way. He said, you know, he seems happy enough to take him in tomorrow, but he has to go and be seen within 24 hours, so he's going to tell the PDSA to expect me tomorrow. I've got to ring him up in the morning and make an appointment and trundle over there. So there's two options. Obviously he's not been the same since losing Leo, and obviously now losing his mum, the stress, the depression, as we know with Connie, after her attack by the dogs, and that triggered her immunity being lost, and she you know, all her bugs inside her just then attacked her, and you know, the virus inside her won basically. And with Caveman, he's not been, like I say, he's just been down and he's picked on, and he's not been happy, he's not been running around. But now Connie's gone, you know, he's getting a bit of attention. I can get hold of him, I can get him in. He's Chief's getting a bit better with him, but obviously his tummy's swelling and getting bigger, and there's obviously twitching issues as well. So he's got a blockage or a fluid build up in his tummy, or whether he's constipated, or whether, anyway, there's two options. So the first and most serious option would be that he has got a virus, not the same as Connie, a different virus that causes fluid build up in the tummy. It is a fatal virus. They can they can make him survive nowadays, but prognosis is not good there. And so that of course would be an issue, whether the treatment he's got to go through that, and you know, it would just be prolonging him. Or the second option is that he is just constipated, depressed, fat and lazy, he's not been active, and he's constipated and just fat from overeating, and it could just be fine. So you've got two extremes from one to the other there. And obviously with the viruses, it's a different virus again, and you know, Bentley can be bringing in stuff. He's the cats can be out with all the cats that are over the grass. You pick up all sorts, like you do dogs, like you do cats. You know, they are fully injected. Bentley isn't, but the cats are fully injected. It doesn't stop them. It just, you know, lessens things, but they're not injected against these sort of things, I don't think. No, these are just viruses, and in fact, it is actually cat coronavirus. And peritonitis and things like that. It's just viral, and that's if it's that. Or like I say, it could just be me being paranoid and overly stressed, and just, you know. But the thing is, now watching him trying to go to the toilet, he's trying to go poops and nothing's happening. I think he just went to go for a wee in there and it's not happening. So he's got so much, he's struggling now. So he's again either grieving and stressed and depressed. Like I say, he doesn't seem to be in pain when we pick him up and touch him. He doesn't want his tummy being manipulated. I can't figure out what it is. To me, it's like colic and things in there, and he'll purr and everything else when he gets the attention. But you know, he's a very sad lad, and I've obviously got to find out what's wrong best we can, and do what's best for him. It breaks my heart to make a decision if it is the viral thing, but then obviously that, I say, that is terminal at the end of the day, and it's something he'd have to sort of be treated for forever, and it puts risk of all the other cats as well, which is not really obviously something that's best at all. But fingers crossed, it is just depression, constipation, bad tummy, just getting fat after neutering. You know, you can hope for the best, don't you? But I've got to be realistic here. And again, you know, the savannas have come from bad breeders. You know, they are likely. This is what happens out there. You never know. You're not told what they're carrying and things like that. And like I said, all I can do is do my best for them, give them the best life possible. And if Caveman is not in pain and can carry on having a bit of a life, and we can, you know, give him a few months, then we would do that. We'll see what happens. I mean, we just started to get him his cuddles and his attention, and Chief's just started to sort of see him, but he won't play, he won't run around. He used to be a lot more active, and again, this is only again since losing Cleopatra that if you're doing a timeline, that he started going downhill. He was never the same. He used to run around the place chasing Cleopatra, and he changed overnight. Anyway, I'll update with news later. Morning. I just took a shower because I'm all messy. Didn't find the hairdryer for my hair. Right, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to make my way over to the PDSA. Haven't got the appointment yet, but Bentley's complaining, but he's going to learn trouble with me and be in the van with me, would like it or not. You see, he's going to be shut in today and moaning and having to use the litter tray. Good boy. Yeah, moaning. I'm not going to keep leaving him behind because obviously we're going to be travelling soon. He's got used to it. Yeah, moan, moan, moan. So I'm going to drive there, try and get in the car park before it starts getting too busy. I'm going to be stuck on the traffic in all the motorway and everything, so I've got to get going, and then make an appointment with them and just wait there all day, I suppose, until they can see me, rather than get an appointment and not get there in time. But yeah, road trip, and it gives a chance to charge up Grace's batteries. I'll catch you later. So it's 8:45. I've just been in and booked us in. We're the first in the queue for normal appointments, but they're doing all the admins and everything, admittances for operations and things at the moment. Bentley's crying like crazy, but he's going to have to learn. I know, you have to learn to use the litter tray, aren't you? He's shut in. I've got the horse box in, but I don't know how I'm going to get out again. There's no way to turn around, and I'm going to have to reverse out onto the main road, which is going to be interesting and very difficult. I'm basically nosed in and parked on the side, so and there's vehicles in the way to try and turn around. I could do a 20-point turn, but I'm just going to cause havoc, so I think the easiest thing to do is just wait till we're done and see if I can get some help to be seen out and do that. Best I can do, innit? And see if somebody will stop the people in the road for me. Yeah, so we'll wait and see what the verdict is. I've just got to find all my info to see them. Oh dear, here we go again. I'll catch you later. Okay guys, well, sadly it is terminal. So I would have to put him down, not necessarily today, but as he starts suffering, then we're going to have to deal with it. But I'll see if the cremation again looks like I'm going to fundraise for his cremation tube now, and I just can't believe what's going on. Okay. So we're just back home. My mind is so in a mess. I went 10 miles out my way. Just got lost. I just ignored the sat-nav, thinking the sat-nav's wrong, coming back. I ended up driving an extra 10 miles all over the place. And all that was going around in my head was Caveman's terminal, Caveman's terminal. I've got to decide when to put him down. And you look at him and like she said, it's not like he's got to be put down a day, because he's obviously happy and content and beautiful. But he's got, his tummy's full of fluid. The disease is, you can't treat it, you can't really find it and diagnose it. It's also going to show itself after things, stress like has happened, and the immune system breaks down as suspected. He's been through so much trauma, and his body's can't cope. There's nothing they can do. There's no medication. I basically have to monitor him and decide when to put him to sleep. She can't tell whether he's in pain at the moment or not. He's obviously, you know, I rub his tummy and he roll over and purr. I'd like to have taken him up North Yorkshire to Sticky Stone and give him that opportunity in the wilderness, but that may be a step too far, because I'm not going up till end of July. I've obviously got to fundraise again for his cremation tube. So it's maybe that we come back from Stratford, I get him put down, and then I then have 3 cat tubes. Got Rainbow, Connie and Caveman to go and scatter their ashes under the 3 mountains, under the 3 peaks with Sticky. I was saying to my friend yesterday, and it's strange how spirit works, so that I already have taken that sabbatical, taken that time off, away from people. To deal with this. There is still a risk that Mischief may have contracted something, and there's still a risk that, you know, he may pass something on to her. So I have to take that into account too, to give her the best chance. I have to prepare myself that it may just be a virus going through this lot now, that I'm going to lose them all. Rainbow and Connie were diagnosed 2 different things. This is different again, but again, because it can't be shown on the blood works, and it's a hidden thing that the cats carry. They carry it in their intestines and things like that, apparently, and you know, until like their immune system breaks down, it doesn't show itself. So all your cats could be carrying it. It's only when you go through a trauma or a stress that they are then more prone to these things. And these cats have been through their fair share of trauma and stress. So as much as obviously the whole point is to give these cats their last days in as much wilderness as possible, like I said, I'm like Winston's wish for cats. I also have to, okay man, make sure I don't prolong their suffering. Mischief's growling at him like I said, they know, don't they? And she's been growing at him for a while. Caveman, come here. Come here. Good boy. So I basically now have to prepare myself to get him put down. It is cheaper to go to PDSA, but they actually do still have to pay for the cremation. I think you're only saving about like £40 if you go there, and obviously it takes a lot for me to. It's a lot of hassle to drive there, and like I said, my bloody emergency vets. All I seem to be going in with is picking injured cats, sick cats, dead cats, putting down cats. I know I've done the best by them. Don't get me wrong. I don't, you know, and I was prepared for this. I knew the options, what could be, and my gut instinct told me what it was. But he looks just so happy. Oh, he's a happy little kitten with a fat tummy. How the hell do you say goodbye to him? She did say, you know, there's no reason to put him down today, but also because there's a terminal, it's not really fair to let them die naturally, because obviously it'd go too far and too painful. It may be, like I said, that I've got to well, I've got two options. I either go up to Sticker's Memorial earlier, and let him spend some time in the wilderness, but then he's not walking. He doesn't want to walk. He's, you know, he's, like she said, the weight of his Chief's rejecting him now. You can hear her growling. Chief, that'll do. So let me explain what the vets did. She gave him a good old sort of poke about and everything, and she couldn't really tell whether, again, it was constipation or fluid. So she's going to put him under the ultrasound, under the scanner. So I went back into the waiting room, and she took him off. And I knew that if she came back with fluid, then that was it. That was the bad news. Anyway, she called me back in, and she goes, well, yeah, there was fluid in his stomach. And she also brought out the syringe that she'd pulled some out. And I knew, I'd done my research on this, and I knew that was the news we didn't want to hear. That fluid would just carry on building. Obviously he started difficulty with his toileting, and he's depressed anyway, and it would start impacting on his heart and his lungs and kidneys and things like that. And as soon as I start stroking him and he starts moaning in pain, then, you know, or I mean, already he's uncomfortable, but he hasn't like complained yet. Just lazy and sleeps a lot. Doesn't want to walk. He goes out and walks around, comes back in. He loves Grace. He knows it's his home. He's actually looking for the bed to sleep in the front. He's looking for the carrier. It's in the back at the moment. That Cleopatra last time was in, and he likes to be with her. So, like the vet was saying to me, nothing I could do. There's no way to prevent this. There's nothing I've done wrong. It's just one of those things that they pick up, they catch, they carry, they whatever. It's just a nasty, another virus. And even though there is like new medicines and that now, but they're not licensed yet, and certainly the charities don't have access to them, so there's nothing that can be done. I just have to decide when to put him down. And I'm still grieving from Connie. I'm still struggling from losing Connie. He's looking at me now, like I said, he's got a sticky in him, and he's got Connie in him. He's got Connie's eyes, and he's got a stick in his face. And you're looking straight through me right at the moment, aren't you? It's like Sticky's come back to me.
for a while. But he has to go again. I just think I must be a right monster. All I'm doing is going to vets and my whole record is like dead cat, dead cat, dead cat, being injured cat. I've got a lorry now that I've dedicated to the cats and getting them out and giving them the best life in their last few days. But what I didn't take into consideration is me coping with those farewells. I don't think I can hurt anymore. I haven't got any pain left. It's like then I just was all robotic, just going through the motions, and it's all a matter of fact. Okay, well, it could be this, could be that. That happens. I've got to do this. I nearly lost it at reception when I was giving them a donation. All I could do was give him 20 quid. He probably had about 130 quid worth of treatment a day. Anyway, I know this isn't a great vlog, but as ever, I'm open, honest, being raw. Just looking forward to going to Stratford next week and cope, trying to learn how to socialise and see people. I was going with 4 cats. I'm presently going with 3 and then maybe going with 2. And one's a feral. So all I've got left is Mischief at the moment. Caveman will obviously stay in the lorry at the way. We let him out. And I said, is he okay to go? Is he going to, cause any trouble or anything? But no, he's fine. He's not going to, he's no danger to anybody. We've got to keep him comfortable and not stress him out. But he's used to obviously travelling in the lorry and loves Grace, no problem with that. And likes looking out with the grass and that. So anyway, it looks like I've got to set up another GoFundMe or add to the one I've got to raise more money. Yeah, I'd like feedback. Do I allow him to carry on as long as he can until he restarts hurting? Or do I let him go within the next couple of weeks and have one heck of a bloody memorial trip, which will probably be the breaking of me. I mean, if Grace wasn't affordable to bloody run, she's cheaper to tax and insure than a car or a van. I think, well, I don't need such a big vehicle now, but it's still my home, it's still the cat's home, it's still got the cat wheel and that in, and they're beautiful. I know he's not very well, is he? Hey? And this little girl, well, I don't know how long she's going to last, but her lump that we thought may be in cancer has disappeared. It's gone down in her glands. That's gone. She has sensitive tummy, so she must be careful with the food. But other than that, she's doing okay. And that's a Bentley. His issues are that he has like a skin allergy and he comes up in lumps and bumps. So we have to sort of make sure we're up to date with his flea treatment. And obviously he's there's no point, he's not vaccinated, but there's no point vaccinating him now. Like the vet said, whatever they've got, they'll be carrying now, and it won't change him. And he's a feral, and he's quite immune to everything. And I say he could be bringing in all the sundry and carrying all the sundry, but I allow him to be just that feral to his own devices. Obviously, with his abscesses, I've cleaned them, treated them, and he comes because he wants to come, and he can stop and go wherever he wants to stop and go. He can leave us at any time or not travel with us at any time. Will you stop getting tangled, missus? So really now, I've got to... Chief, you just got tangled. Come here. I've got a good mind to actually, just in case Becky's not helping the issue. Don't take your lead off, sweetheart. Chief, come here a minute. Don't go and grumble at him. Look at he's going and grumbling at Caveman. Can you take his lead off? Chief, grumble, grumble, grumble. How could he grumbling at him? I think Bentley used to stay around the bungalow when I went off. I'd leave biscuits down for him, he'd stay with their own devices, and he stopped coming, and it may be that I've just got to travel with mischief. And like I said yesterday, I just foresaw that I'd be walking in the hills on my own. Mischief can obviously stay in the lorry and do little walks with me, but I can't be without a cat. I can't afford another cat. Like I said, I have to prepare myself to not have any, but you know, fingers crossed, Chief will keep going. Anyway, I best stop because obviously I'm not saying much, am I? I'll let you know what happens, but next stop is Stratford. I'm going down Tuesday, take some the pegs down for Paul, so we can set up the area. I'm not really in the mood to carry on working on Grace. I'll empty you out, tidy you up. Wait a minute, put your lead back on, missus. Like I say, I'm carrying on doing some work beginning of the week before it opens, just before it starts, and we'll see you there.